Saturday morning, 1995. You're 8 years old, sitting cross-legged on the carpet 3 feet from the TV, eating cereal that's 40% sugar. And on screen, cartoon characters are eating food that looks so good it makes your Lucky Charms look pathetic. Not just good, magical in ways that real food could never be. A 2023 Cornell University study found that animated food appears 32% more appealing to children than real food photography because of exaggerated colors, impossible textures, and the way it defies physics. Number 7 on this list. Number 7 is why an entire generation developed unrealistic expectations about what pizza should look like. If you remember wanting to eat Scooby Snacks, begging your parents for Reptar Bars, or genuinely believing Krabby Patties were a real menu item somewhere, this video is going to hit different. Number 20. Scooby Snacks. Scooby Doo, 1969 to present. Picture this. It's 1998. You're watching Scooby Doo reruns on Cartoon Network, and Shaggy tosses Scooby a bone-shaped dog treat. Scooby catches it mid-air, devours it in one bite, and you think, I want that. Scooby Snacks looked delicious. Golden brown, bone-shaped, with a satisfying crunch when Scooby bit into them. They appeared to be cookies, crackers, or dog treats. Nobody knew, and nobody cared. They motivated Scooby to face literal monsters. They gave Shaggy courage to enter haunted houses. They were magical courage biscuits disguised as dog food. The show never explained what they tasted like, which made them more mysterious. Were they sweet, savory, meaty? The ambiguity made them perfect. Your imagination filled in the best possible flavor. But here's what made them special. They represented bravery itself. Scooby and Shaggy were cowards until they ate Scooby Snacks. Suddenly, they could investigate creepy mansions. This wasn't just food, it was edible courage. Every kid watching wondered, would Scooby Snacks make me brave too? Could I face my fears with the right snack? Today, actual Scooby Snacks exist. Keebler makes graham cracker versions. They're fine. Generic cinnamon-flavored crackers shaped like bones. But they're not magical. They don't give you courage. They don't motivate you to solve mysteries. They're just crackers. We wanted mystical bravery food. What we got was corporate licensed graham crackers in a box that costs $4.99 at Target. The magic disappeared when they became real. Sometimes mystery is better than reality, and mystery, it turns out, tasted better in our imaginations. Scooby Snacks weren't just cartoon food. They were the idea that the right snack could transform you into a better version of yourself. Today's protein bars promise the same thing, but somehow they're less convincing than dog treats from a cartoon. Number 19. Krabby Patties. SpongeBob SquarePants, 1999 to present. Let's go back to 2002. You're watching SpongeBob flip Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab. The burger is golden brown, perfectly round, with sesame seeds glistening on the bun. Characters moan in ecstasy when they bite it. You're eating a Hot Pocket and feeling robbed. Krabby Patties looked perfect. The animation made them impossibly appetizing. The way the cheese melted, the way the lettuce stayed crisp green, the way the patty itself had that charred but juicy appearance. They sizzled on the grill. They never fell apart. The pickles were arranged in perfect symmetry, and the secret formula? That made them irresistible. Plankton spent the entire series trying to steal it. An entire animated universe revolved around how good these burgers were. Every episode reminded you, this is the best burger that will ever exist, and you can never have it. Here's what we don't talk about. Krabby Patties represented the platonic ideal of burgers. They were what every burger should be, but never is. Perfect temperature, perfect toppings, perfect flavor every single time. SpongeBob made millions of them, and everyone was flawless. No real restaurant could compete with that consistency. No real burger ever did. Today, you can go to McDonald's, Burger King, Five Guys, In-N-Out, Shake Shack, every burger chain imaginable. They're all fine, some are even good, but none of them are Krabby Patties. Real burgers are inconsistent. The lettuce is sometimes wilted. The cheese doesn't melt right. The bun gets soggy. There's no secret formula that makes them transcendent. We wanted perfection. What we got was pretty good when fresh, and pretty good was never going to satisfy us after watching SpongeBob. Krabby Patties weren't just burgers. They were the promise that perfection exists somewhere, if only you could find it. Today's viral food trends chase that same promise. But perfection, it turns out, only exists in cartoons. Number 18. Pizza from Ninja Turtles, TMNT, 1987 to 1996. Picture this. Saturday morning, 1991. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in the sewers, and Michelangelo opens a pizza box. The cheese stretches as he lifts a slice. It's animated to look more delicious than any real pizza you've ever seen. Ninja Turtles, pizza was legendary. The cheese stretched for miles, literally impossible physics, but it looked incredible. Every slice was perfect, evenly distributed toppings, golden brown crust, bubbling cheese. They ordered from places with names like Antonio's and Ray's Original. The Turtles ate pizza in the sewers, in the Turtle Van, during battles with Shredder. While skateboarding, pizza was always the answer. And the show made it clear, this wasn't just food, this was peak happiness. Leonardo would say, "Pizza time," and your stomach would growl even if you just ate. But here's what made TMNT Pizza special. It was cool, not just delicious, cool. The coolest characters on television ate it constantly. They made pizza boxes into improvised weapons. Pizza was their fuel, their reward, their celebration. This show single-handedly convinced millions of kids that pizza was the ultimate food. Nothing else came close. Today, we have more pizza options than ever. Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, local pizzerias, gourmet Neapolitan places, Detroit style, Chicago deep dish, New York thin crust. The variety is endless, but none of it stretches like Ninja Turtles pizza. None of it looks that good. Real cheese breaks when you pull it. Real pizza gets cold and congeals. Real pizza boxes aren't secretly ninja weapons. We wanted infinite stretch pizza that never cools down. What we got was delivery that arrives lukewarm in 30 minutes. TMNT Pizza wasn't just food. It was animated perfection that made real pizza feel inadequate for 30 years. An entire generation developed pizza expectations no restaurant could meet. And that, honestly, is probably why we're all disappointed by every pizza that isn't from a cartoon. Number 17. Reptar Bars, Rugrats, 1991 to 2004. Let's go back to 1997. You're watching Rugrats. The babies are obsessed with Reptar, the Godzilla parody dinosaur, and Reptar bars are everywhere. Candy bars with green chocolate that turns your tongue green. You need this in your life immediately. Reptar bars were perfect marketing. Green chocolate, which shouldn't work but looked amazing, shaped like Reptar's head, and they turned your tongue green, the ultimate playground status symbol. In the show, they were the most coveted candy. Kids traded toys for them. Parents bought them as bribes. The Rugrats movie had an entire subplot about Reptar bars. They represented the pinnacle of 90s candy innovation. Take normal chocolate, make it green, charge more. Genius. The show made you believe these existed somewhere and you could find them if you looked hard enough. Here's what nobody remembers. Reptar bars represented something bigger than candy. They were the show within a show merchandising. Reptar was fictional in a fictional show, but kids wanted the merch anyway. This was meta before we knew what meta meant. We wanted candy from a fake brand that existed in a cartoon. Think about how insane that is. Today, actual Reptar bars exist. They made them for real around the movie release in 1998. Green chocolate that turned your tongue green. They were fine. Chocolate with green food coloring. Nothing special. They tasted like Hershey's, but worse. The magic disappeared when they became real, because the animated version had no flavor to disappoint you. Your imagination filled in the best chocolate ever. Reality filled in okay chocolate with weird coloring. Sometimes the imaginary version is better. Reptar bars weren't just candy. They were proof that we wanted things because they were fictional and unavailable. Today's limited edition snacks use the same psychology, but scarcity, it turns out, was more powerful in cartoons than in stores. If you're already feeling that nostalgia wave, that craving for cartoon food that was never real but somehow more delicious than anything in your actual pantry, hit that subscribe button right now, because we're about to dive into foods that defined Saturday mornings in ways Gen Z will never understand. And trust me, number 12 is going to hurt. Let's keep going. Number 16. Pink Frosted Sprinkled Donuts. The Simpsons, 1989 to present. Picture this. It's 1994. The Simpsons is the biggest show on television, and Homer Simpson is eating pink frosted donuts with rainbow sprinkles at the Springfield nuclear power plant. Those donuts look incredible, better than any real donut you've ever eaten. Simpsons donuts were iconic. Bright pink frosting, rainbow sprinkles, perfectly round, always fresh. Homer would eat them by the dozen. The animation made them look perfectly moist, never stale, never dry. The frosting never cracked. The sprinkles never fell off. In the opening credits, Homer eats one in the car, and his face shows pure ecstasy. Entire episodes revolved around donuts. The show made it clear, these aren't just donuts. They're happiness in pastry form. They're the reason Homer goes to work. They're life's greatest pleasure. But here's what made them special. They were simple perfection. Not gourmet, not fancy. Just a basic pink frosted donut with sprinkles that happened to look better than reality. The Simpsons understood. You don't need complexity. You need the perfect version of something simple. And that's what these were. Today, you can get pink frosted donuts anywhere. Dunkin', Krispy Kreme, local bakeries, even gas stations. They're ubiquitous. But they're never as pink as Simpsons donuts. The frosting is never that smooth. The sprinkles are never that colorful. Real donuts get stale. Real frosting cracks. Real sprinkles are disappointing. Waxy little cylinders that add crunch, but no flavor. We wanted animated perfection. What we got was mass-produced pastries that taste fine but look worse than what Homer was eating in 1994. Simpsons donuts weren't just food. They were visual shorthand for simple happiness. Today's Instagram-worthy donuts try to be more exciting. Cronuts, fancy toppings, bacon, maple glaze. But sometimes, simple perfection beats complicated reality, and we lost that simplicity. Number 15. Scooby Doo Sandwiches. Scooby Doo, 1969 to present. Let's go back to any episode of Scooby Doo ever made. Shaggy is in a kitchen, and he's making a sandwich. Not a normal sandwich, a tower. 12 inches tall, multiple meats, vegetables, condiments. Impossible to eat, but somehow he does it. Shaggy's sandwiches defied physics. The ingredients stayed stacked despite having no structural integrity. Lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, multiple types of meat, pickles, olives, entire peppers, whole onions. Somehow it held together. The animation showed it as appetizing chaos. Shaggy would take a bite and consume half the sandwich in one chomp. Scooby would eat his in one gulp. The sandwiches were always made in haunted mansion kitchens, in the dark, while running from monsters. Fear made them taste better. Adrenaline was the secret ingredient. Every episode had a food scene, usually a sandwich, always excessive, always impossible, always delicious looking. Here's what we don't talk about. Shaggy's sandwiches represented abundance, not gourmet. Abundance, more is better. Stack everything, use the entire refrigerator. This was pre-portion control thinking, pre-calorie counting, pre-food pyramid guidelines. These sandwiches said, eat what makes you happy, and what makes you happy is everything. That message resonated, it still does. Today, we have sandwich culture. Specialty delis, artisanal ingredients, carefully balanced flavors, Instagram-worthy presentation. They're sophisticated, intentional, but they're not excessive. Real sandwiches fall apart when you stack them too high. Real lettuce wilts. Real tomatoes make the bread soggy. You can't fit 12 inches of sandwich in your mouth. We wanted impossible abundance. What we got was carefully curated 3-inch tall sandwiches that cost $14 and still disappoint. Shaggy's sandwiches weren't just food. They were edible maximalism before minimalism took over food culture. Today's sandwiches are refined, balanced, sensible. But sensible, it turns out, was never what we wanted. We wanted excess. Number 14. Turkish Delight. The Chronicles of Narnia. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, animated 1979. Picture this. You're watching the animated Narnia film in the early 80s, or reading the book from 1950. Edmund betrays his siblings for Turkish Delight offered by the White Witch. You think, what is Turkish Delight, and why is it worth betraying your family? Turkish Delight was mystery candy. The animated version made it look like colorful, sugar-dusted cubes of pure magic. The White Witch offered it, Edmund ate it, his eyes widened, and he immediately wanted more. It was enchanted, literally. The more he ate, the more he craved it. This wasn't just candy. It was addictive, magical food that could corrupt a child. The book described it as the best thing Edmund had ever tasted. The animation made it glow. Every kid watching wondered, is real Turkish Delight this powerful? Could it make me betray everyone? But here's what made Turkish Delight special. It represented temptation itself. Not just any candy, the candy that makes you compromise your morals. Edmund chose sweets over his siblings' safety. This was heavy. Food as moral test. Every kid wondered, would I resist? Or would I also betray everyone for really good candy? Today, you can buy real Turkish Delight. It's available at specialty stores, international markets, even Amazon. It's fine. Basically gummy candy with rosewater flavor and powdered sugar. Some people love it. Most Americans find it weird. Too floral, too perfumed, not chocolatey enough. It's nothing like the magical addiction-inducing candy from Narnia. We wanted enchanted betrayal food. What we got was mediocre Middle Eastern candy that tastes like eating a flower. The magic disappeared when it became real. Again. Turkish Delight wasn't just candy. It was the idea that the right food could make you compromise everything. Today's food marketing uses the same psychology. So good you'll do anything for it, but it's less convincing without actual magic. Number 13. Wonka Bars, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, animated 1973. Let's go back to 1971, the movie, or 1973, the animated special. Willy Wonka's chocolate bars contain golden tickets to the greatest candy factory ever created. The bars themselves looked perfect. Purple wrapper, golden lettering, pure chocolate inside. Wonka Bars were the ultimate lottery ticket disguised as chocolate. The wrapper itself was iconic, regal purple, fancy gold script, promises of wonder. Inside, pure milk chocolate, perfectly smooth, perfectly formed. But the real value was the possibility. Any bar could contain a golden ticket. Every purchase was hope. Kids in the movie bought hundreds trying to find one. The desperation was real. This wasn't just chocolate, it was a chance to transform your entire life. The best candy ever made plus potential access to unlimited candy forever? Impossible to resist. Here's what made Wonka Bars special. They represented hope itself. Not just good chocolate, transformative hope. The idea that one purchase could change everything. Every kid watching wanted to find a golden ticket. We understood this chocolate wasn't food, it was a chance at a better life. And chocolate, it turns out, tastes better with hope. Today, real Wonka Bars exist. Nestlé made them for decades. Now Ferrara Candy. They're mediocre chocolate, standard candy bar quality, nothing special, no golden tickets, occasional promotions, but not life-changing. The magic disappeared when Nestlé mass-produced them, because the original Wonka Bars represented scarcity and possibility. Real Wonka Bars represent available at CVS for $1.29. We wanted lottery ticket chocolate. What we got was corporate licensed candy that tastes like every other chocolate bar. Wonka Bars weren't just chocolate. They were the promise that magic exists in everyday objects if you're lucky enough to find it. Today's limited edition products chase that same feeling, but mass production, it turns out, kills magic. Number 12. Kool-Aid from the commercials. Kool-Aid, 1950s to 1990s. Picture this. It's 1993. You're watching Saturday morning cartoons, and the Kool-Aid Man commercial comes on. Kids are hot, thirsty, sad. They wish for Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid Man crashes through a wall shouting, "Oh yeah!" Everyone drinks glowing red liquid and becomes happy. Kool-Aid in commercials looked incredible. It glowed. It was impossibly vibrant, colors that don't exist in nature. Cherry Kool-Aid was redder than red. Grape was purpler than purple. The liquid moved in slow motion as it poured into glasses. Ice cubes clinked. Condensation formed on the pitcher. Kids' faces showed pure ecstasy after drinking. The Kool-Aid Man himself was a living pitcher. This drink was so powerful it achieved sentience. Every commercial promised, this drink will transform your boring day into a party. Just add Kool-Aid. But here's what we don't talk about. Kool-Aid commercials sold transformation. Not hydration, transformation. Sad kids became happy kids. Boring summer days became adventures. The Kool-Aid man didn't just deliver a beverage, he delivered excitement by destroying walls. This was aggressive happiness, forceful fun, and it worked. We all wanted Kool-Aid. Today, real Kool-Aid exists. Same formula since the 1920s, basically. You can make it at home. Powder, water, sugar. It's fine. Artificially flavored sugar water. Tastes like chemicals and nostalgia. But it's not glowing. It's not transformative. It's just red-dyed corn syrup water. No walls explode when you make it. No giant pitcher man appears. No instant happiness. We wanted magical mood-altering beverage. What we got was diabetes in a pitcher. The Kool-Aid man lied to us for 40 years. Kool-Aid wasn't just a drink. It was animated proof that the right beverage could fix everything. Today's energy drinks and smoothies make the same promises, but none of them crash through walls. And that's the problem. Now we're hitting the top 10. This is where it gets real. These aren't just cartoon foods anymore. They're cultural touchstones that shaped an entire generation's relationship with eating. If you remember any of these foods making you genuinely hungry, you lived through the golden age of animated food propaganda. Quick question for the comments. How many of these have you actually tried in real life? I'm counting 4 myself, and they were all disappointing. Let's keep going. Number 7 is going to shake you. Number 11. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fruit Snacks. Power Rangers, 1993 to 1996. Let's go back to 1994. Power Rangers is the biggest show on the planet. The Fruit Snacks commercials show animated Rangers transforming, fighting monsters, and celebrating victory by eating bright red, blue, yellow fruit snacks shaped like helmets. You need these immediately. Power Rangers fruit snacks looked powerful, each one shaped like a Ranger helmet, color-coded to the team. The commercials showed them glowing with energy. Kids would eat them and pretend to gain Power Ranger abilities, red for strength, blue for intelligence, yellow for speed. They were basically edible action figures. The texture was perfect, chewy but not sticky, sweet but not too sweet. They came in foil pouches that made crinkling sounds when you opened them. Opening one felt like accessing a weapon cache. Every lunchbox needed these. Here's what made them special. They were part of the Power Rangers experience, not just licensed candy, essential equipment. The commercials implied, real Rangers eat these for power. Kids believed it. This wasn't food, it was fuel. Eating them made you stronger, faster, cooler. Placebo effect in fruit snack form. It worked. Today, generic fruit snacks are everywhere. Store brands, Welch's, Mott's. They're all functionally identical. Corn syrup, food coloring, vague fruit flavoring, shapes that don't matter. They're fine, but they're not powerful. They don't transform you. They don't come in Ranger helmet shapes. They're just sugar gummies that parents buy to convince kids fruit is happening. We wanted Morphin Grid energy in snack form. What we got was high fructose corn syrup shaped like animals. Power Rangers fruit snacks weren't just candy. They were the belief that the right snack could make you a hero. Today's protein bars and energy gummies make the same claims, but somehow, Ranger helmets were more convincing than nutrition labels. Morphin Time tasted better. Number 10. Ecto Cooler, The Real Ghostbusters, 1987 to 1997, 2001, 2016. Picture this. It's 1989, you're watching The Real Ghostbusters on Saturday morning, and during the commercial break, a Ghostbusters commercial appears. Slimer is flying around, and kids are drinking bright green juice called Ecto Cooler. It looks radioactive. You need it. Ecto Cooler was legendary. Bright, impossible green, not natural orange juice green, but glowing green like it actually contained ectoplasm. It came in juice boxes with Slimer on the front. The taste? Citrus perfection, like orange and tangerine had a baby and added sugar and ghost essence. It was sweeter than orange juice, tangier than high C, and greener than anything that should be drinkable. Every sip felt like consuming paranormal energy. Slimer was the mascot, a literal ghost endorsing a beverage. This juice was supernatural. Kids drank it and pretended to have ghost hunting powers. It worked. But here's what made Ecto Cooler special. It was everywhere. School lunches, grocery stores, vending machines, peak saturation, but it was also limited. High C made it from 1987 to 1997, brought it back briefly in 2001 and 2016, then killed it again. Limited availability made it legendary. You could have it, then it vanished, then it returned like a ghost. Today, Ecto Cooler is mostly gone. Coca-Cola, who owns High C, brings it back occasionally for nostalgia cash grabs, but it's never permanent. You can find it on Amazon for $30 a box sometimes. The 2016 version tasted slightly different, less sweet, different recipe, same color, but it's not the same. The original Ecto Cooler represented 80s/90s excess, pure sugar, artificial everything, zero nutritional value, 100% delicious. Modern versions try to be healthier. That's not what we wanted. We wanted liquid nostalgia in ghost form. Ecto Cooler wasn't just juice. It was proof that scarcity creates value. It's been discontinued 3 times, brought back twice, and discontinued again. We want it because we can't have it. Ghosts haunt us that way. Number 9. Good Burger from Good Burger. Nickelodeon, 1997. Let's go back to 1997. Nickelodeon's Good Burger movie is out. Keenan and Kel work at Good Burger, a fast food restaurant where the signature item is the Good Burger, a burger so good it saves the restaurant from corporate takeover. The Good Burger looked perfect, not realistic, better than realistic. Shiny bun, perfectly round patty, fresh vegetables, and sauce. Ed's secret sauce that made it irresistible. The movie showed people's faces after taking a bite, pure ecstasy, eyes widening, smiles appearing. The burger was so good it defeated the evil corporation Mondo Burger. Not through marketing or price, through taste. The movie made it clear, this burger is worth fighting for. Ed's sauce is the secret. The Good Burger is perfection in food form. Here's what made Good Burger special. It represented underdog victory through quality. Mondo Burger was bigger, fancier, more expensive. Good Burger was simple, humble, perfect. David versus Goliath in burger form. Every kid watching understood, you don't need to be big, you need to be good. The name said it all. Today, we have competing burger chains everywhere. Five Guys, In-N-Out, Shake Shack, Smash Burger, specialty burger places that promise quality over quantity. They're all fine, some are even good, but none have Ed's secret sauce. None inspire the loyalty Good Burger commanded. Real burgers can't save small businesses from corporate takeovers. Real sauce can't defeat capitalism. We wanted burgers with magical properties. What we got was burgers with special sauce that tastes like mayo and ketchup mixed together. Good Burger wasn't just a burger. It was the promise that quality beats scale, that small businesses can survive on excellence alone. Today's food landscape proves this wrong. But we wanted to believe. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Number 8. Pizza from a Goofy Movie. Disney, 1995. Picture this. It's 1995. You're watching a Goofy movie in theaters. Max and Goofy stop at a retro 1950s-style pizza restaurant. The pizza looks incredible. Cheese stretching impossibly, perfectly round, golden crust, the works. You immediately want pizza. A Goofy movie pizza was animated perfection. The cheese stretched like taffy when they pulled a slice. The crust was golden brown and crispy. Toppings were perfectly distributed. But what made it special was the setting. A nostalgic 1950s diner with roller skating waitresses and jukebox music. The pizza wasn't just food. It was part of a father-son bonding moment. Goofy and Max shared it during their road trip. The movie made it clear. Good pizza makes everything better. Problems disappear when you're eating perfect pizza in a perfect setting. But here's what we don't talk about. This pizza represented idealized Americana. Not real 1950s, which had serious problems. The sanitized perfect version. The diner, the pizza, the moment. It was nostalgia for something that never quite existed. Disney animated a fantasy of what American food culture should be. And we wanted in. Today, retro diners exist. You can go to themed restaurants with jukeboxes and roller skating waitresses if you look hard enough. The pizza is Okay, real cheese doesn't stretch that far. Real crust gets soggy. Real diners are often sticky and smell weird. The idealized 1950s aesthetic doesn't taste as good in reality. We wanted animated time travel pizza. What we got was overpriced theme restaurant pizza that costs $18 and disappoints consistently. A goofy movie pizza wasn't just food. It was animated proof that the past was better, cleaner, simpler, more delicious. Today's nostalgia restaurants try to recreate this, but you can't animate reality. And that's the problem. Number 7. Pizza from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, TMNT, 1987 to 1996. Deep dive. Let's go deeper into the pizza from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because this is the pizza that ruined an entire generation's expectations. Saturday morning, 1991, the Turtles are eating pizza again. For the third time this episode, the cheese stretches forever. Physics don't apply. TMNT Pizza was impossible. The cheese stretched 6 feet, literally. A turtle would lift a slice, and the mozzarella would extend across the entire screen, defying gravity, never breaking. The crust was perfectly golden. The pepperoni glistened. Every slice was identical, mass-produced perfection. They ordered from Antonio's and Ray's Original, and places that definitely didn't exist, but should exist. The show made pizza the center of turtle culture. Victory celebration? Pizza? Planning session? Pizza? Funeral? Probably pizza. It was food, fuel, entertainment, and identity. Pizza wasn't what they ate. Pizza was who they were. Here's what this pizza represents: unattainable standards. Every kid who watched TMNT expected real pizza to stretch like that. It never did. Real mozzarella breaks after 2 inches, but TMNT pizza stretched forever. This created a generation of pizza perfectionists who are permanently disappointed by reality. No real pizza could compete with animation that ignored physics. We didn't just want this pizza. We expected all pizza to be this. Today, we have TMNT-themed pizza restaurants. There was a Ninja Turtles pizza pop-up in New York. Various pizzerias have tried to recreate the TMNT experience. They all fail, because real pizza is bound by reality. Real cheese stretches 6 to 12 inches maximum. Real crust gets hard when cold. Real pepperoni doesn't glisten perfectly. Real pizza can't be eaten while skateboarding without falling apart. We wanted infinite stretch, never cold, physics-defying pizza. What we got was normal pizza that happens to have a Ninja Turtle logo on the box. The disappointment is permanent. TMNT Pizza wasn't just food. It was the first time animation lied to us about physics, and we believed it. An entire generation developed pizza expectations no restaurant could meet. We're still disappointed. Every pizza since 1991 is compared to Ninja Turtles pizza, and every pizza loses. Number 6. Butterbeer, Harry Potter, 2001 to 2011, animated sequences. Picture this. You're watching Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, 2004. Harry's first visit to Hogsmeade. He enters the Three Broomsticks pub. Madame Rosmerta brings 3 tankards of butterbeer. It's golden, foaming, served warm. It looks like liquid happiness. Butterbeer was magical, not just in-universe magical, visually magical. The movies showed it as golden amber liquid with creamy foam on top. Characters drank it and smiled. It warmed them on cold days. The books described it as a little bit like less sickly butterscotch. Not too sweet. Slightly alcoholic for house elves, but safe for kids. It was comfort in a mug. The Wizarding World's hot chocolate. Hermione loved it. Ron loved it. Harry loved it. Every reader wanted to try it. The movies made it look even better. Glowing, inviting, perfect. But here's what made butterbeer special. It represented the experience of the Wizarding World. Not just visiting Hogwarts, experiencing Wizarding culture. Butterbeer was social lubricant, comfort food, and tradition. Drinking it meant you belonged. You were part of something bigger. This wasn't just a beverage, it was acceptance, and every kid reading Harry Potter wanted that belonging. Today, you can buy real butterbeer. Universal Studios theme parks sell it, regular and frozen versions. It's fine. Tastes like butterscotch cream soda with whipped topping. very sweet. Some people love it. Many find it too sugary. It's nothing like the magical comfort drink from the books and movies, because real Butterbeer is theme park merchandise designed for maximum profit. We wanted magical belonging in a mug. What we got was $8 cream soda in a souvenir cup. The magic disappeared when capitalism got involved. Butterbeer wasn't just a drink, it was liquid membership in a fictional world we desperately wanted to join. Today's themed drinks try to recreate this feeling. But you can't buy belonging. Not for $8, not even at Universal Studios. Top 5. This is where it gets emotional. These aren't just cartoon foods. They're symbols of what we lost when we realized fiction lies to us. The perfect foods that can never exist. The tastes we'll never have. The disappointment we carry forever. If you're feeling it, hit that like button. And if you think I'm wrong about any of this, comment below. I promise I read them all. But I'm warning you, number 3 is going to hurt. Let's finish this. Number 5. Lembas Bread, The Lord of the Rings, 2001 to 2003, animated 1978. Let's go back to 2001. The Lord of the Rings. The Fellowship of the Ring is in theaters. The elves give Frodo and Sam Lembas bread for their journey. It's wrapped in leaves, golden brown, and one bite can sustain you for an entire day of travel. Lembas bread was perfect survival food. Lightweight, non-perishable, nutritionally complete, and delicious. The movies showed it as slightly sweet bread that looked like shortbread cookies. Sam called it, "One bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man." Galadriel's gift. Elven magic baked into food. It never went bad, never got stale. One piece gave you energy for hours. This was fantasy food at its finest, solving the most basic problem, hunger, with magical efficiency. No cooking required, no water needed, just unwrap and eat. The ultimate hiking food. Here's what made Lembas special. It represented efficiency. Not just food, optimized food. One bite, full day. Imagine that. No meal prep, no cooking, no waste, just pure sustenance in bread form. Every backpacker, hiker, and traveler watching Low TR thought, I need this. Imagine crossing Middle Earth with infinite food in tiny packages. Revolutionary. Today, we have meal replacement products, Soylent, Huel, protein bars, energy gels, foods designed for efficiency. They're terrible. Taste like chalk, texture like paste, nutritionally adequate but joyless. They solve the same problem Lembas solved, sustenance without cooking, but they're not delicious. Lembas was described as sweet and pleasant. Soylent tastes like oat-flavored sadness. We wanted magical elven bread that tastes good and fills you up. What we got was venture capital-funded gruel that technically contains nutrients. Lembas bread wasn't just food, it was the promise that sustenance and pleasure aren't opposites. Today's meal replacements chose efficiency over enjoyment, but we wanted both. Elves understood, Silicon Valley didn't. Galadriel wins. Number 4. Senzu Beans, Dragon Ball Z, 1989 to 1996. Picture this, it's 1999, you're watching Dragon Ball Z on Toonami after school. Goku is dying from battle injuries. Someone gives him a Senzu bean, a small green bean. He eats it, instant full recovery. You think, I need those. Senzu beans were miracle food, small, green, bean-shaped. One bean completely healed all injuries and restored energy to 100%. Broken bones, healed, near death, full recovery, exhausted, fully rested. They were magic condensed into food form. Master Korin grew them at the top of Korin Tower. They were rare, precious, rationed carefully. Characters would carry 1 or 2 for emergencies. Eating one meant survival. The show made it clear, these beans are more valuable than anything. They're literal life, in food form. Everyone who watched wanted a Senzu bean. But here's what made Senzu beans special. They represented the ultimate shortcut. No healing time, no recovery period, no rehabilitation, just instant restoration. This solved every problem. Hurt? Eat bean. Tired? Eat bean. Dying? Eat bean. Perfect efficiency. Every sick kid watching DBZ fantasized about having these during flu season. Today, we have superfoods, Acai, goji berries, kale, spirulina, foods marketed as miracle health boosters. They're fine, nutritious, healthy, but they don't heal you instantly. They don't restore broken bones. They don't cure exhaustion. Eating kale doesn't grant full HP restoration. It grants fiber and vitamins, slowly, over time, with no guarantees. We wanted instant miraculous recovery beans. What we got was expensive berries that taste okay and might reduce inflammation if you eat them for 6 months. Senzu beans weren't just food, they were instant gratification for health. Today's wellness industry promises the same thing: quick fixes, miracle cures, instant results. But nothing works like Senzu beans, because Senzu beans were lies. Number 3. Slurm, Futurama, 1999 to 2013. Let's go back to 1999. Futurama episode Fry and the Slurm Factory airs. Slurm is the most popular drink in the future. Green, fizzy, highly addictive. Fry loves it. Everyone loves it. The Slurm Queen controls the supply. Something seems wrong. Slurm was perfect soda. Bright green, carbonated, described as the most delicious beverage ever created. The show made it look irresistible. Every character drank it obsessively. It came in cans, bottles, giant barrels. There was Slurm Classic, Diet Slurm, Slurm Loco, with caffeine. The episode revealed the dark truth. Slurm is secreted by a giant alien slug. The Slurm Queen produces it. It's basically slug sweat. But it's so delicious that even after learning the truth, characters keep drinking it. The addiction overpowers the disgust. That's how good Slurm is. Here's what made Slurm special. It was satirical perfection. Futurama took real soda marketing, addictive products, secret formulas, factory tours like Willy Wonka, and revealed the horror underneath. Slurm represented every mass-produced food that's delicious despite questionable ingredients. We love it even though we probably shouldn't. That's the point. That's the horror. Today, we know what's in our sodas. High fructose corn syrup, phosphoric acid, natural and artificial flavors, caramel coloring. We know it's bad for us. We drink it anyway. Real soda is Slurm. We consume it despite knowing it's terrible because it tastes good, and we're addicted. Coca-Cola, Mountain Dew, Monster Energy, they're all Slurm. The difference is, real soda companies don't admit there's a Slurm Queen. But she's there. In the boardroom, controlling the formula. We're all drinking slug secretions. We just don't call it that. Slurm wasn't just soda. It was animated honesty about food addiction. We consume things we know are bad because they taste good and we can't stop. Futurama showed us the truth. We laughed. Then we drank more Slurm, because it's highly addictive. Number 2. Gray Stuff, Beauty and the Beast, 1991. Picture this. It's 1991. You're watching Beauty and the Beast in theaters. Lumiere sings Be Our Guest. On screen, dancing silverware serves Belle elaborate French cuisine. Then Lumiere sings, Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. You think, what is the gray stuff? The gray stuff was mystery food, gray, creamy, served in a fancy shell-shaped dish, presented as the pinnacle of French cuisine. The animation made it look sophisticated, elegant, exclusive. Lumiere insisted Belle try it. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. The dishes confirmed. It's delicious. The movie never explained what it was. Mousse? Pâté? Pudding? Unknown. That ambiguity made it perfect. Your imagination filled in the best possible flavor. It had to be amazing. It's from an enchanted castle where candlesticks sing about food. Everything they serve must be perfect. But here's what made the gray stuff special. It represented trust. Belle didn't know what it was. She trusted Lumiere and ate it anyway. And it was delicious. This was food as leap of faith. Sometimes you don't need to know what you're eating. You just need to trust the chef. The castle taught that lesson. Today you can buy the gray stuff at Disney parks. They made it real. It's cookies and cream mousse with cookie crumbles. Tastes fine. Sweet, rich, standard dessert. But it's not mysterious anymore. The magic died when they defined it. Because the original gray stuff could be anything. Your imagination made it perfect. Disney's version made it cookies and cream. We wanted undefined culinary perfection. What we got was defined mediocrity. Sometimes mystery is better than reality. The gray stuff proved it. The gray stuff wasn't just food, it was proof that mystery enhances flavor. Once you know what something is, it loses magic. Today's food culture demands transparency, ingredient lists, nutritional facts. But transparency, it turns out, kills wonder. Number 1. Krabby Patties with secret formula. SpongeBob SquarePants, 1999 to present. And here it is. Number 1. The burger that defined a generation's expectations. SpongeBob SquarePants premiered in 1999. For 25 years, millions of episodes have featured Krabby Patties, the burger so perfect it's worth stealing, fighting over, and protecting with your life. Krabby Patties are the platonic ideal of burgers. Every episode reminds you, these are the best burgers ever created. SpongeBob flips them with love. The secret formula is so valuable that Plankton has spent 25 years trying to steal it. An entire series revolves around one burger's perfection. The animation shows them sizzling perfectly, the cheese melting ideally, the bun toasted golden brown. Characters' eyes widen with pleasure when they bite one. Mr. Krabs became a millionaire selling them. The whole economy of Bikini Bottom runs on Krabby Patties. This isn't just food. This is civilization's foundation, in burger form. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Krabby Patties represent unattainable perfection. Every burger you've ever eaten has been compared to this fictional standard, and every burger has lost, because Krabby Patties are perfect every time. Never overcooked, never undercooked, never cold, never wrong. SpongeBob made millions of them, and every single one was flawless. No real restaurant can compete with that consistency. No real chef can match SpongeBob's dedication. Today, you can go to any burger chain on Earth. They all claim to be special. Five Guys uses fresh ingredients. In-N-Out has a secret menu. Shake Shack has premium beef. They're all fine. Some are even good. But none of them are Krabby Patties. Real burgers are inconsistent. The quality varies by location, by cook, by day. Sometimes they're great. Usually they're okay. Occasionally they're bad. There's no secret formula that guarantees perfection. We wanted consistent, reliable, perfect burgers every single time. What we got was pretty good when fresh and usually acceptable, and that will never be enough after watching SpongeBob. Krabby Patties weren't just burgers. They were the promise that perfection exists and consistency is possible. 25 years of episodes proved it. Every real burger since has been measured against this standard, and every real burger has failed. That's the legacy. Permanent disappointment in burger form. So there you have it. 20 cartoon foods that vanished from possibility. Not gradually, not slowly. They were erased the moment we tried them in real life and realized cartoons lied to us. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. These foods were never meant to exist. They were marketing tools. Visual candy designed to sell us real products that could never match the animation. Ecto Cooler was just high C with green dye. Fruit snacks were corn syrup with shapes. Reptar bars were chocolate with food coloring. The magic was in the impossibility. The perfection was in the fiction. Cartoon food from the 90s was perfect because it wasn't real. No physics to obey. No ingredients to source. No quality control issues. Animators could make pizza cheese stretch forever, donuts never get stale, and burgers look flawless every single time. That's not food, that's propaganda, and an entire generation fell for it. Today, we have access to every food imaginable. Delivery apps bring restaurant-quality meals to our doors in minutes. We can get sushi, pizza, burgers, Thai food, Indian food, anything we want, whenever we want it. The variety is infinite, the convenience is unprecedented, but nothing tastes as good as cartoon food looked, because cartoon food wasn't bound by reality. It was bound by imagination, and imagination, it turns out, tastes better than anything real ever could. We can't go back to 1995. Saturday morning cartoons are dead. Ecto Cooler is mostly discontinued. Reptar Bars exist only on eBay for $50 a box. The Krabby Patty formula will never be revealed. But maybe, just maybe, we can remember what made cartoon food special. The possibility, the mystery. The idea that somewhere, somehow, food could be perfect. Because cartoons weren't selling us burgers or juice or candy. They were selling us hope. Hope that perfection exists. Hope that the right food can fix everything. Hope that somewhere beyond the screen, there's a world where pizza cheese stretches forever and burgers never disappoint. That hope, it turns out, was more nourishing than any real food could be. And we lost it the moment we tried to make cartoons real. Which cartoon food from this list hit you with the most nostalgia, or made you hungriest? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you survived the 90s eating cereal 3 feet from the TV while coveting animated pizza, subscribe to Before Wi-Fi for weekly trips back to the era before food photography made everything look fake anyway. Thanks for watching. Stay hungry.